As voters enter the final hour to cast their vote in the race for the White House, all eyes on Florida tonight, a state that can swing the complete dynamic of national politics and the chaos that ensues, the problem ballots and elections that are too close to call. Will that be the case this time around? I-Team Investigator Katie LaGrone is live in Tallahassee tonight with a look at what has changed since 2000 when the fate of the country hung on the state's failed election system. Katie?
Paul, here in the state's capital, you can start to feel the weight of this election, the kind of energy you can only feel in a high-stakes battleground. And in the office behind me is where the state's election chief will be through the evening, monitoring results as they come in, hoping Florida's track record of stumbles on election night stays in its past. When you talk presidential politics in Florida,
this isn't 2000.
The race of 2000 is the political cloud that still lingers over the Sunshine State 2 decades later.
That was not fun.
Known now as Bush v. Gore, it was the Supreme Court decision that decided a presidency and left Florida a global parody for its hanging chads, butterfly ballots, recounts, and court fights.
No one really saw that coming until it hit us in the face.
Few were as intimately involved in the chaos as Craig Waters, longtime communications director of Florida's Supreme Court.
Time is of the essence. The recount shall commence immediately.
And best known for his court step announcements during the election debacle of 2000.
It was like a big circus. When I say circus, I'm not kidding.
20 years later, with results from another highly anticipated race just hours away in a state as divided, we wanted to know.
What makes this year different?
It's the whole mix of things. The climate is different and the technology is different.
After a few stumbles, Florida is on its third voting system since 2000. No more punch cards or touchscreens with no paper trail. Ballot tests and post-election audits are added safeguards. So are a series of new laws. After more election night snafus and recounts during the primaries just 2 years ago, lawmakers passed a number of voting reforms that included unifying how ballots look across the state and how they're counted here. As for those mail-in ballots, voters now have 2 additional days after the election to fix signature issues. Still, political insiders agree any embarrassment of presidential proportions in 2020 will likely revolve around mail-in.
If there's going to be a mistake made, it's most definitely going to be signature related on vote by mail.
Unlike many states, Florida was allowed to start processing mail-ins 22 days ago. Another attempt to keep Florida's track record of troubles history.
What's your gut telling you, Craig?
I feel like we are about as well prepared as we can be.
Social media advances and the ongoing pandemic will likely keep Waters out of the spotlight if the state's Supreme Court needs to get involved again 20 years later.
I will be in my office in one of those windows that you see behind me, watching it all and hoping that history does not repeat itself.
And of course, a big question that remains is what, if any, litigation could be filed in connection with this race. Campaigns, legal teams for both campaigns, both are ready for whatever the night and the coming days bring. Live in Tallahassee, Katie LaGrone, ABC Action News.
Katie, thank you.